Liverpool-Leicester, or should I say Leicester-Liverpool, it just gets worse for Alisson, doesn't it? I mean, that's a clear mistake by... everyone's talking about the new kid, Kabak. It's not Kabak's fault.
No,
Alisson's fault.
I don't think it's Kabak's fault either. I think Alisson's coming out onto the ball, and all he's got to do is give it a big shout. You know, his keeper's ball, or if you come, you clean out everything, and he didn't either. Is his confidence just... everyone says his confidence is just gone. Is it that, or is it just a mistake? I wouldn't even say his confidence is gone, because I think he's too experienced for that. I think he's genuinely another bad mistake. It's communication. That's what that is. A bit of communication. What
do you do in that situation, Perry? Because look, they've got the young kid on the bench. They've got Adrian as well. Like, none of those are pushing him. Like, he's number one by a mile. You don't leave him out of the team, do you, to kind of just clear his head? You still keep him in, don't you?
Well, to be fair, he has got a lot in the bank, hasn't he, for what he's done in the past, and he's kept Liverpool. People forget when Liverpool won the Champions League, they went on unbelievable runs in the Premier League.
It was him.
He was making big saves in the games when it was like, well, if they're 1-0 down or 1-1, you know, he was making crucial saves. So I just think that's a case of a goalkeeper who's being a little bit muddled in his brain, who's trying to affect the game too much. You know, when he's made his 2 mistakes in the game before, then he's getting involved in something that he shouldn't be getting involved in. And then a lot of the goalkeepers say, let the game come to you. Don't go and get involved in. He had 2 decisions to take. Does he stay and try and let Kabak deal with it? Or does he, as Coley says, give a massive shout? I think Jurgen Klopp was more disappointed, because you can hear now, can't you, because no one in the stadium, that he didn't hear anything. If you're coming, you've got to know, Kabak's got to know probably 2 or 3 seconons before. You have a goalkeeper, you say keepers or get out or whatever it is, you scream, and then Kabak knows where he is. Then Kabak leaves the ball alone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But because he can't hear him, he's gone for a ball, them 2 collide. So
he says nothing. Yeah, you've heard it. He says absolutely
And he's
nothing.
the one who can see everything. He's in control of everything. And few people sort of point the finger at Kabak. I don't think he's there to blame at all, because it's coming over his shoulder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no excuse now. He can't come out and say, I shouted for it. Because everyone can hear that he didn't make a call.
We're going to go to Sounds of the Weekend next. But very quickly, Coley, last week I asked you, can Liverpool make top 4? You were like, they're going to make top 4. Are you still, they're going to make top 4 now with what's going on?
What head do you want to have on?
You take off your Man United head.
Okay.
Do your heart, Coley. Do your heart.
Yeah. All that knowledge you've got, Coley. 20 years in the game. Remove your United head and just be a neutral. Can Liverpool make top 4?
Yeah.
Perry, what do you think?
It's going to be a push for them.
It's going to be a push, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think, Perry?
I'd
Chelsea and Leicester looking good.
I fancy Chelsea. And at Liverpool, there just seems to be a lot of stuff going on. We all know about their injuries, don't we? They've got 2 sort of inexperienced centre-halves in. There just seems a little bit of that togetherness and a little bit of, the calmness from Liverpool is just sort of gone a little bit. So they've got to regroup, get everybody back together, and everybody does their analysis, where's it gone wrong, the front 3 ain't scoring. I think
Salah's scoring.
Yeah,
but
they're not
gelling.
Not gelling as they are,
not
right?
gelling.
But the big thing is losing Van Dijk issue, because he's like their stress ball, isn't he? There's no anxiety when Van Dijk plays. There's none at all. He calms everybody else down. But then moving Jordan Henderson from that centre midfield role where he is the energy and he drives everybody on. So for one injury, you've taken 2 of your best players. One can't play and one out of his position. So there's been a lot of mitigating circumstances why Liverpool aren't the force that they were. But let's be honest, no one saw them struggling to get in the top 4, did they? Like a month, 6 weeks ago. So it makes the Premier League a lot more interesting, even though Man City can run away with it.
Look,
at least it's interesting.
It wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool went on to go win the Champions League.
Oi.
I mean,
you've definitely not got your Man United head on now, saying that. I'll tell you now.
You see, it wouldn't surprise me.